Hi, everyone. Welcome to Spill the Tea Radio, where we interview awesome singer-songwriters and those who influence their lives. Spill the Tea Radio explores the journey, creativity, and inspiration behind the songs. My next guest is a 16-year-old singer-songwriter from Mississauga, Ontario. She plays the guitar, piano, and ukulele. Ever since she wrote her first song at 10 years old, she has not stopped since. She currently has 3 songs uploaded to streaming platforms and will be releasing more in the near future. Her dream? A career in music, and from what I've seen and listened to so far, she is one to keep on your radar. So, let's spill the tea with Daphne Lane. Welcome, Daphne.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. I listened to your 3 songs. I'm just blown away that you're 16 years old and you're writing with this level of maturity and sophistication. So, congratulations on that. I'm
Thank
not
you.
sure where
Yeah.
you've got your inspiration from, but we're going to find out in just a few minutes. But first of all, let's find out what first got you interested in music.
Well, I think it was mainly my father because he was always like he grew up in a band like in his teen years and in his 20s. So my parents really introduced me and my sister, my older sister, to like lots of different music and like they'd always be playing music around the house. So that was definitely um what exposed me to music. And I always loved singing. And what got me into writing my first song and writing music was actually Arlene. She was my music teacher for a long time. I've known her for like probably about 10 years now,
Hmm.
and she's just amazing. So yeah, one day so when I was 10, one day she was like, "Oh, have you ever written a song?" And I was like, "No." Like I kind of thought that like I couldn't, like why would I write a song? Like I don't know. I didn't think I was capable of doing that. And then I wrote a song and just loved it ever since. So
Well,
yeah,
Arlene Pakulin is a wonderful, wonderful singer-songwriter in her own right. So you've got some great influences there. Now, you mentioned that Arlene is your instructor, is your teacher. Uh, Arlene is teaching you which instruments to play. I know she's an amazing pianist herself. Is that the instrument that she's working with you on?
not currently, but yes, piano. And then sometimes we did vocals as well. So piano vocals, yeah.
So tell me, what lessons have you learned from Arlene about music and music career and about songwriting?
Um, there's this line she always says. She says, "There's no right or wrong." So she's been telling me that like ever since, I was younger. So I've always like kept that with me because I just think it's really important to like express yourself like however you want and like yeah, there's no right or wrong. She also has given me like really good advice like in songwriting and like even for performances and stuff. She's just like always there for me. Yeah.
She is
Yeah.
a true professional, and it's a pleasure to see her up on the stage performing.
Yeah.
They're the genre thing these days. When I ask singers, songwriters, performers, so what's the genre that you're in? And 20 years ago, 30 years ago, there were very specific genres that people fit into. These days, I think the lines are getting blurred a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you find that? And if you were to select a genre that's out there or something that you created yourself, what genre would you say your music falls into?
That's a difficult question because like yeah, it's really tricky these days, but I feel like it's more pop, if anything.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think it's probably pop fits into that category.
When you see musicians performing up on stage, what are the qualities that you believe make a great musician?
Um, I think like being humble about yourself. I really like, yeah, someone who's humble. Um, also like their songwriting. Like if they go up stage and sing a song that they wrote. Like I really value that about them. Um, Maybe like confidence as well.
You obviously have a great passion for music. What is it about the music that gives you this great passion?
Mm, I really love like the songwriting about it. It just gives me a space to just say what's on my mind and create art. And I just think it's really like fascinating. I also think that music is like so important. It's like all over the place, like no matter where you go, it's just so big, like in the world, like it's everywhere.
I'm going to take you into the future, into your future career, Daphne. And the magical music genie is going to come down from the sky and going to grant you a wish.
Okay.
And the genie is going to say to you, Daphne, if you could have any artist on the planet, open for you at a show that you're performing at, who would that artist be?
Mm, Probably Billie Eilish. She's like my
Billie Eilish,
favorite.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great choice. We'll put the
Yeah.
call into Billy, see what she's doing. Next time you've got a gig coming up.
Yeah. Let's go.
When you get up on a stage to perform now, do you get butterflies? Do you feel a little bit nervous? And if you do, how do you get those? How do you deal with that performance anxiety?
Yeah, I get a lot. Like I get performance anxiety all the time. It's something I've been trying to work on. Um, Honestly, I just remember like I have to remind myself that like I practiced so much for this, like I have to gain the confidence, just calm down. And like I have to remember that I wrote this stuff, like I wrote these songs. I should be
Mhm.
proud of that and just relax. Like everyone's here to have a good time. Just relax.
You're still at home. Mom and dad are giving you support in your music career. Are they behind you to make this a profession? Or are they saying to you, Daphne, it's going to be a great pastime, but maybe you should go into engineering or something like that?
They've always been very supportive. Like they let me do, or they'll let me do like whichever career I want. I think they really value um me being like happy with myself, like when I pursue a career. Like they don't want me to be miserable, is like what I'm saying. Like they want me to do what I love.
Well, it's every parent's dream to have their children happy and doing what they
Yeah.
absolutely love to do. What's the best piece of advice that another musician has given you? You've been up on stage, you're starting to rub elbows with some pretty decent musicians now. Some of the older musicians, what have they said to you? What's the best piece of advice that they've handed to you?
Maybe just to be myself. 'Cause like anytime I do a performance, I like give a little introduction of myself
Mhm.
beforehand. So I feel like when a musician or when an artist introduces themselves at the beginning, like before they start singing, it really like shows who they are, um, like before they even start singing. So I just think it like that's important to like give an impression like of yourself before.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, nobody can be you as good as you, so that's the best person
Yeah.
to be. Well, let's get into one of the songs that Daphne wrote. This one is one of three songs that Daphne has uploaded to her streaming sites, and she describes this as a crush song. So let's take a listen to singer-songwriter Daphne Lane and her song, You Look So Good.
Running out of time, we're running out of time. Wanna call you mine, I wanna call you mine. I think you look fine, you're looking so fine. Do I cross your mind? Yeah, am I on your mind? No, I don't wanna see you with anyone but me. I think we could be what you see in the movie. The way you're looking I just wanna cry every time I look in those eyes. Man, I love your clothes. Think about how cute we look in the photos. You think about it. Summer days with you, standing right in front of you. What a beautiful night. I wanna fall in love tonight. Let's fall in love. The way you're looking at me, you know it drives me crazy. Stop looking so damn good tonight. Way you make me anxious, excited but so nervous. You look so good, so good, so good. So good. You look so good.
That was singer-songwriter Daphne Lane with her song "You Look So Good." Daphne, that's it's a beautiful song. I really want to understand what the inspiration for the song was. What was your thought process? What were you going through yourself that might have created the environment for you to write that beautiful piece?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much. It's funny because people at school, they always ask me like, who is this song about? Who is this song about? So for this song, like there was not really one specific person. I started writing this song like 2 years ago. So I know like most artists can relate to this, but anytime you write a song, you'll always come back to it and like change it up a bit, like change up the lyrics. So it was like pretty different like a few years ago, the song originally. So at that time, it was kind of about someone, but then throughout the years, as I changed it, it kind of changed. Because, being in high school and having those little crushes, like, yeah. So, so yeah, it was kind of about different, just like little crushes I had. And yeah, I always wanted to make like an upbeat pop song type thing that you would like maybe hear on the radio. So yeah.
See, it's too bad, Daphne. I know all the fellas that are at your secondary school have been hanging on the edge of their seat, wanting to know if that song was about them. So now you've
Yeah.
destroyed all the males at your secondary school.
Yep.
It's interesting that you said that you came back to that song a number of times.
Yeah.
There's a great singer-songwriter, Dick Cooper, with the Cooper brothers. They're celebrating 50 years and since their first hit record. And
Wow.
he does that. He does that over the course of time that
Yeah.
he writes a song and 5 years later he's still making tweaks and adjustments to it. But some of the
Yeah.
singer-songwriters that I've talked to also say that they will have the song formulated and really written down within 30 minutes or a couple of hours. It just kind of spills out of them. And other songwriters, they take their time. Joe Walsh, I don't know how long it took him. He bolted 4 songs together to come up with Life's Been Good So Far. What's your process? Do you find that when you get in that headspace of writing a song that it just kind of pours out of you, or do you have that back and forth process?
I totally agree with that. Like anytime, like most of the time when I write songs, I always will come back to it and like change some stuff a bit. But sometimes like when you're writing about a specific thing, like if it really like impacted your life or whatever, I think um like when you write about it, sometimes it's just like that like everything is good. Like it's like if you know, you know.
Okay, we're going to do our rapid fire lightning round here. I'm going to fire some questions at you, Daphne, and
Okay.
I need just one word answers. Are you all set? Here we
Okay.
go. By the way, this is the fun part of the interview,
Okay.
so you can relax. What's
Okay.
your favorite food?
Shawarma.
What's your favorite dish to cook?
Pasta.
If you could pick any destination in the world to go on right now for a vacation, where would it be?
Italy.
What's one word that describes you best?
Kind.
What's one word that your sister would use to describe you?
Funny.
What's your favorite movie?
Ratatouille.
If you were stranded on a deserted island and you could only take one song with you, which song would it be? Not one of your own.
Hotel California.
And finally, what's your nickname?
Daph.
Ding, 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 you pass, Daphne. Good work on the lightning round.
Yay.
You've got 3 songs up on the streaming platforms right now. When can we expect to hear some more songs coming from Daphne Lane?
So I'm currently recording some right now. I think the next one is titled I Miss You. So the next one that will be coming out is that one. Um, Again, hopefully sometime in the springtime. I don't have an official release date yet, but sometime soon, yeah, for sure.
And if people want to see more of your music and listen to you, where can they go to find you?
So on all streaming platforms, you can look me up, Daphne Lane, and on social media, everything like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube is Daphne Lane. Yeah.
We've been in conversation with Daphne Lane. Daphne, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you so much.